It has been over 3,000 years since the legendary King David took Jerusalem as his capital, transforming the city into one of the most iconic and significant in world history. His reign and its impact on the Jewish people have endured through the millennia. While the monarchy in Israel has long since ceased to exist, Jerusalem remains a symbol of endurance and faith, its ancient walls and the caves beneath them holding secrets of a past that spans over 3 millennia. One of the most profound and captivating aspects of this history lies in the search for the final resting place of King David. And in recent years, a groundbreaking discovery in the city of David may have just unlocked a key mystery related to this ancient monarch. This discovery provides a fascinating glimpse into the reign of one of Israel's greatest kings, shedding new light on the man who was not only a warrior and ruler, but also a revered figure in Jewish tradition. So, what exactly is this discovery, and what does it reveal about King David's life, his rule, and his legacy? King David's life, as chronicled in the Bible, tells the story of an extraordinary individual who rose from humble beginnings to become one of the most famous and important figures in the ancient world. He was born the youngest of 8 sons of Jesse, a man of the tribe of Judah, in Bethlehem. Although David started as a shepherd, his life took a dramatic turn when, as a young boy, he gained national fame by defeating the giant warrior Goliath of Gath with a simple sling and a stone. This act of courage and faith launched him into the service of King Saul, Israel's first monarch. David would go on to become one of the most significant kings in Jewish history, ascending to the throne after Saul's death and leading Israel through numerous military campaigns, expanding its territory, and securing its place as a dominant power in the region. David's most famous accomplishment as king was the conquest of Jerusalem, which he established as the political and spiritual capital of the kingdom. Under his reign, the city flourished, and it would later become the site of the construction of the first temple by his son Solomon. Despite his military and political achievements, David's reign was not without controversy. His personal life, including his affair with Bathsheba and the murder of her husband, Uriah, cast a shadow over his rule. Nonetheless, he is remembered as a man of faith, a poet, and a skilled military leader who played a central role in shaping the future of Israel. His reign marked the high point of Israel's political and military power, and he is regarded as the ancestor of the Messiah in Jewish tradition. David's death, which came at the age of 70, marked the end of an era in Israel's history. He was succeeded by his son Solomon, who built the first temple in Jerusalem, solidifying the city's importance as the center of Jewish worship and identity. However, despite the significant impact of his reign, the exact location of King David's tomb has remained elusive for centuries. Many legends and traditions have been passed down through generations, claiming to know the site of his burial, but concrete archaeological evidence has been difficult to find. For centuries, scholars and archaeologists have attempted to pinpoint the exact location of David's final resting place. Some theories suggest that David may have been buried on Mount Zion, near the old city of Jerusalem, while others claim that his tomb lies beneath the remains of a structure known as the Tomb of David in the Christian quarter of the city. These theories have been the subject of much debate and speculation, but no definitive evidence has been found to confirm the location of the tomb. In recent years, however, archaeological discoveries have brought new light to the search for David's tomb and, more broadly, the history of the Davidic dynasty. One of the most significant discoveries came in the 1990s, when archaeologists unearthed a series of ancient inscriptions in the region known as the City of David, a site believed to have been the location of David's capital. These inscriptions, known as the Tel Dan stele, were found in 1993 and provided some of the earliest extra-biblical references to the House of David. The stele, which was inscribed in Aramaic, mentions the victory of a king of Israel over the descendants of David, offering the first archaeological evidence of David's existence and the power of his dynasty outside of biblical texts. Further evidence came with the discovery of the Mesha stele, or Moabite stone, in 1868. This large stone inscription, which was found in what is now Jordan, recounts the military campaigns of King Mesha of Moab in the 9th century BCE and mentions the House of David, providing further confirmation of the existence of the Davidic dynasty. These inscriptions have been instrumental in establishing the historical reality of David and his reign, putting to rest long-standing doubts about his existence. Despite these important discoveries, the question of the location of David's tomb remained unsolved. In the early 20th century, the search for the tomb intensified. In 1913, a French archaeologist named Raymond Weil, armed with biblical references and new insights into the geography of ancient Jerusalem, began excavating the city of David. After receiving support from Jewish philanthropist Baron Rothschild, Weil focused his efforts on a site south of the ancient city. There, he uncovered a series of underground tombs carved into the rock, which he believed to be the burial places of the kings of Judah, including King David himself. Weil's discovery was a breakthrough in the search for David's tomb, as it provided strong evidence of royal burial practices in ancient Jerusalem. Among the finds at the site were a number of large, chambered tombs that appeared to date to the time of the First Temple. One of the tombs was even inscribed with a Greek text from the Second Temple period, which confirmed that the area had long been regarded as an important burial site. Despite this, Weil's findings did not conclusively establish the identity of the tombs or confirm that they were indeed the burial place of King David. Over the decades that followed, the search for David's tomb continued, with archaeologists and scholars exploring various sites throughout Jerusalem. While Weil's discovery remains one of the most significant pieces of evidence in the quest for David's tomb, debates continue about the true location of the burial site. Some scholars believe that the tomb lies beneath the Church of St. David on Mount Zion, while others argue that it may be located elsewhere in the city of David or even in the Kidron Valley, just outside the walls of the Old City. The mystery surrounding the location of King David's tomb remains unresolved, but what is clear is that the king's legacy endures. His reign as the second king of Israel and his central role in Jewish history continue to shape the identity of the Jewish people and their connection to Jerusalem. The ongoing archaeological discoveries related to David, his dynasty, and the city of Jerusalem are providing new insights into a figure whose influence has transcended time and borders. While the final resting place of King David may yet be undiscovered, the quest for his tomb is a reflection of the enduring power of his legacy. A legacy that continues to inspire, intrigue, and captivate the world. In conclusion, King David's life, rule, and death remain subjects of fascination and intrigue. His impact on Israel and the world cannot be overstated, and the search for his tomb is only one part of a much larger effort to